Hey everybody, Brickhouse here on a Monday, December the 4th, first Monday of December. And I gotta say, um, it's nice to be living in 77-degree weather on the 4th of December, the first December of the month. But that's not what this is about. This is about the Marvels, and yes, it's over. It's all over. Disney has given up on the Marvels. You know that movie that had the $300 million plus budget, not including marketing, advertising, and promotion. That has just totally tanked at the box office. I mean, it is the biggest flop in MCU movie history. Now, I'm taking this from Variety. The Marvels ends box office run as lowest grossing MCU movie in history. Wow. Nothing heroic about the final box office performance of The Marvels. The superhero sequel is officially the lowest grossing installment in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Been out for 4 weeks. $80 million in North America. $197 million globally. That is a big black eye for the MCU and Disney. There typically would be optimism that the attendance could rebound over the busy holiday season. No. But Disney apparently doesn't expect that to be the case. The studio wrote on Sunday in a note to press, with the Marvel's box office now winding down after just 4 weeks, we will stop weekend reporting of international global grosses on this title. In other words, they're embarrassed and they don't want to continue the embarrassment. The film isn't leaving theaters just yet. The $220 million, wrong. That was $220 million back in September 2022. Now we're talking 300 plus million, guys. Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Deadline. Any of you mainstream publications out there? This budget was 300 million plus. So just stop. Tentpole is expected to play through New Year's. However, this memo signals that the Marvels is not expected to generate notable coinage during the rest of December. Over the weekend, the movie tumbled to 11th place on the box office charts with just 2.4 million in its fourth outing. Yeah, that's not good. In fact, here it is, way down here. Well, let's see. We have it, at least on the numbers, in a tie for 10th, but still 80 million domestic box office, 116 million international, just under 200 million total. This movie is losing millions and millions of dollars. The Marvels open on November 10th, 46 million domestically to land the worst debut in the MCU. It was even worse than The Flash. Franchise's rare misfire out of the gate. No, it's not a rare misfire for Marvel. Not anymore. Things got only gloomier. Ticket sales cratered 78% in its sophomore outing. That was week 2. To submit another ominous record, the biggest second week drop of the series. Now the film nears the end of its theatrical run. Box office revenues won't top 2008's The Incredible Hulk, $264 million, not adjusted for inflation, which previously stood as the lowest grossing entry. Marvels is also the first Marvel film that failed to cross the 100 million mark at the domestic box office. This means the sequel's entire big screen run didn't come close to matching the opening weekend of its predecessor, Captain Marvel. And they correctly point out that Captain Marvel was positioned right between Bye. Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Now, Bob Iger, he's throwing excuses out there like pandemic-related production restrictions, shot during COVID. There wasn't as much supervision on the set, so to speak, where we have executives that are really looking over what's being done day after day after day. I just got to say, look at Godzilla -1, whose movie, the budget for that movie, I think is somewhere around, I want to say like 15 million. At least that's what I've heard online over the weekend. So it's possible to put a good movie out there and not have a huge budget and have to expect to do $1 billion to break even. Just saying. He added the studio's prior streak of billion-dollar behemoths has thrown off expectations about the potential movies. We got to the point where if a film didn't do $1 billion at the global box office, we were disappointed. That's an unbelievably high standard. I think we have to get more realistic. You think? Box office analysts do not believe the superhero fatigue has once and for all plagued the masses. Guardians 3, it made Marvel a little bit of money. $845 million. Was what it took in at the box office. Was a hit over the summer. Deadpool 3, starring Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, is expected to be a smash in 2024. Which, by the way, that's the only Marvel movie being released in 2024. I know Craven's coming out. I know Madam Web's coming out, but those are actually Sony pictures, part of the Spider-Verse. Whereas Deadpool 3 is actually supposed to be continuity-wise part of the MCU. But the Marvels is the clearest indication that comic book fans will no longer reliably show up to theaters just because the Marvel logo appears in front of a movie. That's right. You have to tell a good story. You have to create interest in the characters. How many times and how many videos do I have to say the same thing? You have 90 years worth of source material in the comics to pull from to make these live action movies. It's not about the message anymore, folks. When you push the message, this is what happens. People just want to go to the movies and be entertained for a couple hours. Disney still has several MCU movies on the horizon, but it may have to retool the future of Earth's mightiest heroes. Recently postponed Captain America: Brave New World. Yeah, they delayed it by a year because it's going through numerous reshoots. In fact, I think almost the whole movie's being reshot. Thunderbolts and Blade. Blades hasn't even gotten off the ground. So 2025 because of strike-related production delays. That leaves Deadpool 3 as the lone Marvel movie on next year's calendar. Hopefully the Merc with the mouth can save the day and the MCU. So, I'll leave it to you guys. What do you think? Comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are on the Marvels. And the fact that Disney's waving the white flag. While you're at it, please take the time to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video here on YouTube. And with that, I will bid you adieu.